everybody, how's it going? Kazadoon here, back with actually some Skyrim this time. I've decided to go ahead and put my Deus Ex series on hold for a while because nobody really seems to care much about it. And I kind of want to try out a Skyrim's playthrough, or just try, doing some Skyrim. I just felt like recording Skyrim today. So I've gone ahead and I've made our fantastic character. Who would it be? Of course, none other than Karl. Wherever it shows it, it's... Wait. There it is. It's Karl. Okay, good. It really doesn't show his name when I push tab? Fine. Alright, so we gotta think of a backstory for Karl. We know that, if you know where to look on DeviantArt, where he came from, which I uploaded him there under a fake account, meant to kind of sort of make fun of, like, half the people on DeviantArt. That's why Karl was created. Anyway, we know that he used to be a corporate butt sniffer. That was his job before he moved to Skyrim. Back he was in Cyrodiil, right? Okay, and he was a big-time corporate butt sniffer for the Emperor, who is a corporation, because corporations are also people. Perfect. He's the best one, like Goldman Sachs. Speaking of Gold Sachs, he made lots of money at it. But as soon as the White Gold Concordat, I think that's what it's called, right, was signed, he said, no, I'm not dealing with no Thalmor, they're rude. He hates Thalmor people. He decided to move to Skyrim, where there was a resistance, okay, right? Wow, this is a real backstory, my god. And, he's gonna try to get in good with the people, up here and make some dough, being a corporate butt sniffer up here.
Approach, my child,
so
and
let's
choose
see.
where your new life shall begin.
This is a mod, by the way. It lets you start somewhere else. Of course, he came by ship to Skyrim.
Which city did you sail to?
And he would go nowhere. He would go to no place other than, of course, solitude.
A life filled with opportunity awaits you, traveler.
Perfect. Karl is on his way to greatness. Wonderful. So he left the Imperial City, I think that's what it's called, Cyrodiil, in Cyrodiil, where he was serving the Emperor, right? Because, he of course, it's his story, he can do whatever he wants. And look, here he is. Oh, gotta jump here, and then, boom, there's Karl with his little nighty cap. He forgot to take it off, but we're in. This is Karl. Perfect. What can we do? So we need to find who the big head honcho is here. And normally the best way to do that is to go straight to him and ask for a job. That's what we'll do as Karl. Oh, I got a few mods that I'm working with. The best one, well, not the best one, but one that makes this game look way good, is called the, I'm not using an ENB, because my computer just can't handle it, and you're not going to get 60 frames per second with an ENB, and I prefer 60 frames per second. Especially if I can get an effect that's this good, just using the sweet effects. But there's a bit of a problem with it in the sense that it's a little overpowered. So I'm going to turn the contrast down to -17. I've got the Imaginator here too. That's another problem I have with ENBs. I can't use the Imaginator with them. It doesn't look right. So we're going to do that. We're going to turn this up 2, I believe. This up 1, and this on 1. And I think that's it. Now, we can also continue to customize the color scheme for this game. Right now, I guess you know what we could do? We could add a little bit of yellow into this, because Karl is all about that gold. So we'll give it a bit of a yellow tint. Oh, God, it's so good. And here we go. Look at that. Oh, don't do that now, please. Frame rate. Also, it's good practice to save your game, especially when you have, like, about 115 mods, like what I've got. The game crashes sort of more than I'd like it to. But it's actually been behaving pretty well recently. I took Jace's swords out, and that seems to have worked pretty... That helped a lot. It's still, fairly unpredictable.
I fear the night, because werewolves and vampires don't.
Yeah, well, that doesn't sound fun. He's not an adventurous man, by the way. He's not. It's not his thing. But he got here kind of late, so he's just gonna try to go and see if there's a room for rent at the Winking... He doesn't know what it's called. At the local inn. I kind of sort of go in between roleplay mode and not roleplay mode. Because I can't honestly decide which one I like better. Oh, look at this. So beautiful. I've also got the Skyrim music overhaul, I think it's called, added, which is really, really awesome. Oh, it adds such good music to this. So, hopefully you guys enjoy that too. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm doing a Skyrim playthrough. Fantastic. I hope it goes well. We'll find out. Alright.
They can't hurt Uncle Rob here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Position.
This guy has my haircut.
You need to go
I didn't think anybody would copy Karl.
Stay there until your mother.
Whatever. He's so ugly.
Betrayed us.
Oh,
You should traitor.
this looks like an execution.
Betrayed his high king. Bet she know now.
I gotta be honest, I don't like pretending I haven't seen something before, but I'm okay with pretending that Karl hasn't seen any of this before.
Stormcloak escaped the city after he
He
murdered.
doesn't want to see this. It doesn't look good. Look at that axe. It's all covered in blood already. No thanks. No thank you. We're just gonna head inside here.
There was no murder. Ulfred challenged Thorin. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim. And all laws.
I mean, it's not like he's never seen an execution before, but it's just he's not a big fan. It's not entertaining to him to watch somebody else die.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Oh gosh. No! Ah, such a shame. There. That's my bit of role playing for the day. It's done. No more of that. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna get a room. I do enjoy the idea of like going into the inns and getting rooms for the night and things like that. That's a lot of fun. Oh, I gotta set my mods up here. I almost forgot. Look at all the mods. Look at all of these. It's a lot. It's like a lot. Okay. Let's see here. We will do important information overhaul is a big one. I love this one. This also doesn't work if you have an ENB. I'm gonna turn that up to 25% on you, 100% there. He's a Breton, because what else would he be? Breton is just exactly what you want. Okay. We're gonna go into immersive HUD. iHUD. That's right. And we're gonna go to the transparencies. Turn them all down. No more health bars. No more magical bars. No more stamina bars. We'll get little the screen will have different effects overlaid on top of it, and that'll show us what we're working with. Equipment overhaul is good, except the I hate the unrealistic what is it called? The realistic equip or whatever it's called. If you have a weapon in your hand and you want to switch to a different weapon, it just drops the weapon on the ground, and then you have to get it and re-favorite it and stuff. Oh god, it's such a hassle. So I just turned that off. It's so much easier. But I do like this equipping overhaul does make it so that, and we're tilting that down to about 20 is fine. What else? Immersive creatures. We don't want the dwarven mechanical dragon because it's not lore friendly enough. Let's see here. Pumping iron is good. That one makes Karl stronger as he goes through the day. That was my Facebook. Don't bother checking your Facebook. That was mine. Realistic needs I quite like, but I'm not going to turn it on just yet. Wet and cold is good. What else? God, I know there's a big one that I'm missing. There is... Currently, I've got the, you can see my body here. I've got a... What is it? Like, realistic camera or whatever it's called? Enhanced camera. That's what it's called. The enhanced camera. So you can see your body, which is, like, a bigger difference than you would think. It makes a bigger difference than you would expect. However, the head bobbing isn't quite enough for these small little areas. I could make it more cinematic with the use of... Where is it? Immersive FP. All I do is push this button to turn it on, and watch this. Oh yeah. Cinematic.
I once captained a ship called the Argent Raptor. She struck an iceberg and went down just north of Windhelm.
If you need a good rumor or two, I think I can oblige.
A rumor?
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Karl does like to hear the gossip.
Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Really gotten a kick out of it.
I'm debating whether or not to be like, who is Firebeard?
Not wanted. It is a shame.
I know why it's called the Winking Skeever. I'm not gonna bother. I want a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Remember the winking?
Monthly events. I've got this.
Skeever next time your foot's
These
sore.
holidays mod. I'm just gonna keep going through mods until I figure
Papa
out
says
all
I
the ones
won't
that I've
see
got.
Bob here anymore.
Mustard Eagle Eye.
But he wouldn't tell me why not.
So
Spare
exciting
some
when
gold for a veteran?
I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
And I'm definitely. Oh my god, I've never seen you before.
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare.
You do not look like a dashing swordsman. You look like an old guy who used to be a dashing swordsman a really long time ago.
Your
But Karl would
typical
never say something like that to his
solitude wench is
face.
like the city itself. Stormy exterior, but the charms that lie within.
Anyway, let's get out of this and run. I'm over it. Alright, Karl is gonna sleep. Close the door. Sleep. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I get that right? I actually don't even know. I think 641. That would be weird, because that was not anywhere close to being in sync. Alright, I got it. Alright, that works for me. Well, we're back. Let's head on over to the head honchos and see what we can do to gain their favor. Become a steward or something and earn that money. It's all about the gold for Karl. That's all he cares about. Ah, beautiful.
Fletching suits me.
Don't you dare go down to 30 frames per second. Oh, look at Bandicam is actually
Which
destroying
arms
this.
or armor you need? See Beirund in Castle Dower.
Oh, one last thing. That's right. Dynavision. It's not on. Gotta turn it on to dynamic. And I think that's it. This gives us a cheap depth of field effect.
If you need potions,
Well,
head
not
over to
cheap. It's
Angelin's
pretty
Aromatics.
good. It gives us a depth of field effect that you don't get if you don't have an ENB. I like the depth of field. So now, when we look at Karl, look at him and his splendor. Get rid of this stupid nighty cap. This thing looks so ugly. Where did I get... This must have been given to me by the Emperor. I don't need to be sneaking. I'll take the silver garment. There we go. Oh, much better. Karl the Administrator. That's what he'll be.
What is it?
I want you to know that this isn't actually going to be about me, like, doing paperwork. There is going to be adventuring. He just doesn't know that yet. That's all it is. This is the wrong place. I've gone to the wrong place. I wanted to go to the palace. Karl was given a vision in his dreams as to where the palace was. There, that solves that. In case anybody was wondering why I just go straight to the palace. As if it's hard to miss. It's called the Blue Palace, for God's sake. It's right on the map. Or at least it will be when I discover it. I really like the alternate start mod here, because it lets you sort of get into the game and just sort of do whatever you want. Oh, I love it. So good! Wunderbar. Oh, I'm actually liking this yellow tint too. I don't normally have this on. In my other games, I don't bother putting a tint on it, but I might change that policy. This looks really nice. Look at it. And, you know, as we go through the game and things change, I might turn it into a different kind of tint. Who knows? He could be a vampire, and I'll put a little bit of red in there. Who knows? Could you imagine Karl the vampire? We've already got a vampire Karl, and actually, he kind of looks like the vampire lord already, doesn't he? Anyway, now we've got Skyrim Karl, the first ever 3D Karl. Perfect. I'll be sure to use him in all my thumbnails of this game. It would be quite good, I do believe. I do believe. Here we are, the Palace of the Kings. Oh, look at that cinematic walking. Oh yeah. And look, I mean, you don't need an ENB for this game to look really good. You really don't. You just need a bunch of texture, lighting overhaul, model redesign. I don't have SMIM because I don't notice it. Other people notice. Other people see it clear as day. I don't really notice a difference that much, so I don't use it. So, I don't have the SMIM mod. Something mesh improvement. Mesh.
Unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights.
Look, she's not even paying attention. Look at her, she's just
Then we
daydreaming.
will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town.
I might have been
Half
wrong.
people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave.
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
I didn't know that was a... What? I haven't... What? Completed. There's not even anything in here. How does this game know? Okay. Madam. Well, it may not be the best idea to just go straight up to the Queen of Skyrim. Let's talk to this guy. He seems to be one of her advisors. Maybe he can help us out. Yo!
Do you have business with the court?
Well, that remains to be seen, you see. I'm a shrewd man.
I am the Jarl's steward. If you have court business to tend to, you talk to me.
I heard you're looking...
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Clear out the cave. I think you may have asked the wrong man here. Well, why is it called Wolfskull Cave?
Has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
Well, luckily I'm a man of reason, and I don't believe in that superstitious nonsense, even in this magical land of Tamriel where there are wizards and things like that. That doesn't actually make any sense. I should probably believe that it's haunted, but for some reason, that's just a old wives' tale sort of things. Whatever. Okay, fine. Is there any other way? How about, I've heard rumors of a war. You'd have better luck with that blah 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 blah. It's a mod. It's from the alternate start mod.
Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Yeah. I'm not... Look, let me just talk to the Queen. See if she has anything.
With the passing of my dear husband Torig, the weighty position of Jarl has fallen to me. Please direct questions to my steward.
Alright.
Be well.
And I'm
Pray
guessing
for
this guy's your
Solitude and my
steward.
husband.
I don't think I'm gonna become the steward in Solitude. He seems like he's already got the place well handled. We might want to try to go to maybe a different place. Let's see what we can do.